Hello friends, this is Angel Soriano. In today's segment of Daily Dogman, I feel compelled to tell you my opinion of what you should do if your dog bites someone. Hello, and thank you for tuning in to our segment today. Remember to subscribe to this channel and hit the little bell to receive notifications when we have new releases. Please give us a thumbs up and add a comment. And if you like what you're seeing, give us some feedback. That little bit gives us so much more to go on for future segments. It's just our way of getting information from you, right? So I think most of you know that we deal with a lot of aggression here at the U. Our clients come from all over the place, and they come here to get help from us on curbing these type of behaviors. One of the questions that we address often during our consultations is the question of what to do if a dog bites another person. And unfortunately that happens, right? So I felt the need to develop this quick little video to answer this question in more of a public setting, because we do repeat ourselves quite often and the answers are always about the same, right? So there are a number of items that must take place as soon as you learn that your dog has assaulted another person, okay? In the unfortunate cases, these things do happen. One, please ensure that the injuries are not life-threatening, okay? There's a different set of actions you must take if that is the case. If indeed this is a significant bite and there's significant bleeding, then a call to 911 is imperative. However, putting pressure on the wounded area is going to slow down the bleeding, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm not going to I don't want to get into the emergency piece of it because it's outside of my expertise, but you got to do what you have to do to help somebody, right? If this bite is not of an emergency nature, then ensure the victim receives qualified medical care anyway. Dog bites are highly infectious, and at the very minimum, this person is going to need antibiotics to make sure they don't get infected, right? Two, make sure that the dog that did the biting is restrained in a safe area and away from all people. Take control of this dog as soon as possible, okay? It's going to make a huge difference. By the way, sometimes dogs, when they assault somebody, they get into a panic state, and as a result of that panic state, they may bite other people around them or even the same person several times. So make sure you control this dog and put him away until you manage the situation better. Number three, find your dog's records that show their vaccination history. Undoubtedly, you're going to need to reproduce these for somebody, okay? Health department or animal control, somebody's going to be asking for a copy of those. Four, cooperate with health officials and animal control when they visit, okay? They're going to have a lot of questions. They're trying to do their job. Just cooperate. In some cases, animal control will want to quarantine your dog for 10 days or so. This is especially true if the rabies vaccine has lapsed. Okay, so make sure that it hasn't. By the way, if there's documented history of this dog assaulting people in the past, your case may be referred to a municipal court, especially if animal control deems the animal dangerous for some reason, okay? If this is the case, go get an attorney, okay? Stop watching this video, go get an attorney. You're going to need it. Now, reality is that in most cases, you will be allowed to pick up your dog 10 days later after quarantine is over by simply paying the fees that the city has imposed, okay, which is typically, some fine along with boarding fees as well, okay? Your next step are critical for your dog as well as the relationship between that person assaulted and you, okay? So you'll need to contact that person that was assaulted and throw yourself at their mercy. The first step in any recovery program is to admit that you were at fault, right? Or admitting your contribution to this at the very minimum. So you will need to sincerely apologize to this person. Look, if your dog did something, it's up to you to apologize for their crimes, okay? Especially the pain induced and everything else. You will also need to pay their bills. Okay, they're going to have medical bills. They may have clothing bills. They racked up some bills. Remember, they didn't ask for this. They got bitten by your dog. So do the responsible thing. By the way, if you have an attorney, they may coach you differently than I just did right now, especially if the victim is not a victim and may have been responsible in some part for their own damage. This is way outside of my comfort zone to get into details, but if your attorney says something different, then follow that. Last but equally important is that you will need to have your dog professionally evaluated, assessed by a behaviorist, okay? It is important that you understand why this dog did what he did, okay? And further understand if this is something that can be addressed, cured, and if the dog has deeper genetic issues, it may not be curable, but you need to know this before you act on it. You cannot chuck this bite to believing that this was just a single instance, okay? As you will be morally guilty of so much more if your dog assaults a second person later on in life, right? Think about those consequences. So, get them checked by behaviorists immediately following a bite, and even better, get them evaluated before bite if your dog has been acting aggressive towards people or dogs. Okay, in most cases, dog owners know. They've already gotten clear signals that their dog may bite somebody or having aggressive tendencies. That's the time to get them checked. Don't wait for the bite, okay? So get them checked, do it as soon as possible. It's the right thing to do. Last, and of course, a quick legal disclaimer. The opinions mentioned in this video are simply that. My opinions, okay? Now, it is one with nearly 40 years of experience, but nonetheless, still just my opinion. So in no way should it be confused with legal advice, as I am not a legal scholar, nor do I claim to be one, nor do I play one on TV, folks. So if you think you need legal advice, go get yourself an attorney. There's plenty of them that'll be able to help you. There you have it, friends. Just call if you struggle with dog aggression or any behavioral topic. We'll be happy to try to help you with it. And until next time, this is it for now. Folks, this is Angel Soriano barking back at you on Daily Dogman. If you like this video, please help us out by subscribing to our YouTube channel. We also appreciate your comments if you have them. Remember, there are 3 ways for keeping in touch with us. 1, you can email us at dogman@myk9u.com. 2, you can sign up to our email list at myk9u.com, Ask the Dogman. And 3, you can subscribe to this channel by hitting the subscribe button. You can find all this information in the comments section below.